Villagers! They've been an annoyance to me. I got a few things I gotta get off my chest when it comes to these darn annoying villagers. So let's jump into my list of annoying things that annoy me about villagers. So here we are inside of my Minecraft realm, and we have a whole bunch of villagers hanging out here, and we're gonna talk about every little okay, this has to be number one. I hate how they sound. They are humming and hanging and all the time. So I wish, I'm gonna move away from them. I really do wish that there were different sounds when it comes to the villagers, or that they were just a little bit less annoying and easy to live with. Now, granted, any type of animal, mob, creature that you have in Minecraft, and if you spawn enough of them, they will make annoying sounds no matter what the creature. And we do happen to have a lot of villagers here, but it feels almost intentional that their sounds that they make are so gosh darn annoying. So just, if that could just be fixed, that'd be great. Now, I'm not actually expecting Mojang or Microsoft or anybody to actually watch this video and actually implement any of the things that I'm talking about. So I guess wishful thinking that things can be fixed. The next annoying thing on my list of annoying things is their schedule. Villagers have a set schedule depending on what part of the day it is. And I have a little board here that will set the time based off of what they should be doing. So if I set the time to 10, which is just as the sun is rising over there, then this is considered wander mode. They will have just woken up from sleep from the night before, and they will just wander around. Next on their schedule is work mode. So if we click that, you'll see all of the villagers that have a job. They will try to go to their job site. Now, I placed a few extra little bits here just so that we could see some extra professions in these villagers. But all the villagers that have a job, they will go and do their job. You can also hear them attempting to do their job. Any villager that doesn't have a job, they will go into wander mode, and they will just wander all around. Next is gather time, and you can see work time is still early in the day, but the sun moves from way there over to way over here. So basically in the afternoon, they decide to gather, and they will gather in the middle of the town. Normally that is denoted by a bell in the center of the town. And this is where they'll trade gossip. And I'm going to get to gossip a little bit later on. That is on my list of things that I dislike. Then after that, as the sun will move down further into the sky, this is at 11,000. They will wander again and just walk around and do nothing. And then at nighttime, as the sun is just about to go below, they will go sleep. We just didn't give them enough time to wander. They still feel like they're sitting right here, but when they wander, they don't really have a direction that they go, and they will go and sleep. So that is their schedule, but that is really difficult to remember or to know. And it's also not easily understood if you don't have this memorized. If you know that, yes, they move around and they do something, but at what time do they do what? There's no way in game to actually know what they're about ready to do next. And this can be really, really annoying because you may need them to go to their workstation to work in order to reset trades, but you have no idea what portion of their schedule they are in. You don't know if they've already done it for the day, if you should just hang out for a few more minutes or not. What would be really cool solution to this is maybe there's like a calendar. You know how we have a clock that updates with the current time? Maybe this could be used with something else, and you could actually tell what the villager will be doing at that given moment. Updating item is like a really, really cool idea, in my opinion. So you'd be able to actually know how long it's going to be until they do the next job that they need them to do. My next frustration, and we're going to set the time to, let's say, midnight here. My next frustration is just how hopeless and dumb villagers are. So this is annoying thing number 3, is if you get zombies that attack and that try to go after villagers, they will generally try to run away from them, but that is really it. They won't do any other sort of smart AI situation. They won't run towards a iron golem. They will try to summon a new iron golem, using their internal code and whatnot, but that's not really apparent from the outside. And they may also get themselves cornered because they're not very smart. I just wish that the villager AI was a little bit buffed when it came to, being followed and attacked by zombies. You can even see this villager, once he gets about like 6 blocks away from the zombie, he just kind of gives up and he doesn't try to move away any further. He's even running at the zombies after he realizes he has to run somewhere. It's like he picks a random direction to run in the beginning and then runs in that direction, then realizes it's a bad idea and then runs off. So I really wish that they were a lot more improved when it came to their artificial intelligence. Another solution that I think would be incredible is if you could give a new profession to a villager that is a warrior. So, we have all of these different blocks that will change the villagers' professions. If they don't have a job, they will choose a new job. And it would be so awesome if you could, say, set down a weapon rack or something like that, and then they become a warrior that is a lot smarter than an iron golem, or maybe could help lead the other villagers into a safe location, maybe even place down blocks to make sure that things can't, if you get inside of a house and you place down blocks to make sure the zombies and stuff can't get to you. I would love that type of addition to the game. How cool would that be if you could have a warrior, oh my gosh, a warrior villager? That would be incredible. That would be absolutely awesome. Annoying thing number 4, and I mentioned that I would talk about this earlier, is their gossiping and the fact that villagers will talk to each other. While in general, I don't actually hate that this is a feature, I just hate how it is implemented and how behind the scenes everything happens to be. So here is, and some of you may not even notice that this happens. If you are to anger a villager, they will talk about it to other villagers. If you make a villager happy, they will talk about it with other villagers. But as a player, you don't really realize that this is happening unless if you show up while they are gathering. So if I switch myself into the game mode survival here and I punch a villager, you can see those angry little particles that happened above his head. He will tell other villagers about that anger that he has had with me, and that will sort of percolate through the community. Technically, what's going on here is that there are 5 different types of gossip: major negative, minor negative, major positive, minor positive, and trading. During this gather phase, the villagers will talk to each other and trade that information. So if you have killed a villager, that's a major negative, and that actually, because the villager's dead, they can't obviously conversate and tell other villagers about that. That will send out to all the villagers around it, sort of like how a silverfish sort of alerts other silverfish of something bad has happened, and it alerts all the other silverfish to your presence. So that will be sent out if you kill a villager, and then all the villagers that witnessed it will send out that major negative information. The minor negative is what I just did earlier, where I punched a villager and you got that sort of anger. Oh my gosh, I can't punch a villager. Anger cloud right there. They will share that. Then you have positives, and positives are if you cure a villager from a zombie villager. And unfortunately, it's kind of the only thing. I wish that maybe I don't know, trading would be in a major or a minor positive, but that major positive is really it, just the trading, and they actually don't share that information anymore, so that's annoying. And then trading, and so if you've been trading with them, that's another thing that they would share. All of this is just way too confusing, and it's hard to keep in your head, and it really leaves a lot to question, let's say I tear down this guy's house. Is he going to be mad at me? If I pick up his workstation, is he going to be mad at me? Is he going to share that information? I don't know. I just feel like if this is going to be implemented, you almost need a graph or some type of UI that says how much they like you, how much they dislike you. you sort of get an idea. You can see this toolsmith right here. He's charging me more, and that's probably because I punched him. And that's the only, this thing is like, did I actually punch this guy, or did I punch one of his friends? And his friends told me about it. No, they're not, I guess I punched that guy. I just wish that it was a lot more obvious to the player and wasn't so on the back end, that I could be able to understand maybe a log of what happened to this guy so I can avoid that in the future. And also I would love a few ways to boost the morale of these guys. Maybe if I fed them some stuff or gave them something for free. I don't know. I feel like it's a cool feature, but I feel like it's implemented in a bad way. My next annoyance with villagers happens to do with trading. If you didn't know, villagers can have a profession, and that profession will change their trades. So this shepherd here is going to trade me shepherd-like items that are already in Minecraft, namely being wool. There is a weaponsmith, a toolsmith. So this butcher guy, he's gonna give me stuff that is like butcher related. And that is all depending on what profession they are, depending on what job they have attached to what block. That I don't have an issue with, even though that is very complicated to know. What I am actually frustrated with is that, let's say you have a butcher here and you want to know, if you level this guy up, what is he going to be able to trade with you in the future? That is currently not possible. The only way that you could possibly figure that out is to use an external tool to know what the possibilities of the trades are coming up. They only unlock 2 trades. Even if there's 4 possibilities for what they would become, they'll only ever unlock 2 per level. So, novice, master, that sort of thing. And you don't know what they're going to be, which leaves a lot of questions, and you may use a lot of emeralds and resources to level up someone who ends up not giving you what you want in the end, which is just a big waste of time and is annoying, like this list. So what I would love is if you could see all of the trades that they would unlock once they reach their next level, and if they would just be grayed out, so that you could focus on villagers that would actually be good for you, and you could actually use whatever trades they have in the future. This would also fix the issue of needing the wiki to know what these guys will eventually give you. That way you could just make a few of these blocks. Let's say you knew that one of the villagers trades banners, but you can't remember quite which one. You can make all the blocks, put one down, click in, okay, this guy doesn't look like he's gonna give me banners, or this guy doesn't give me banners, he's our armorer, and you could see all of the future things that they would trade in the future. And I feel like that would solve 2 issues. Is one, you know exactly which villagers to level up to get certain things, and you'd also not need to use an external tool to see what profession gives you what in trades. The next annoying thing that I dislike about these villagers, and this has been true since the very, very beginning, is they are stingy. They are greedy and stingy, both at the same time. Not a great combination. 18 wool equals 1 emerald, but then if I was actually to get that wool, let me switch my game mode here, then they never want to give you a lot of money, and they never, where's my wool guy? There we go. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of wool. Luckily I'm in creative mode, so I'm just gonna there we go, and I want all of this, and he's gonna level up. Oops, I punched him. Crap, he's mad at me. Dang it. Well, now it takes 2 emeralds to get this black carpet. I'm so sorry that I did punch you. I didn't mean to do that. And then it's just like, why would it take even an emerald, an entire emerald to get, even if I didn't punch him in the face and he wasn't mad at me, an emerald for 1 piece of wool? That's ridiculous. That is ew. Ew. I didn't even mean to type that, but ew. I'm sorry that he's mad at me. But 3 emeralds for a bed? Ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. They are stingy and they are greedy, and their trades never seem to work out in your favor. You have to farm so much stuff in order to get just a little bit of anything, and I just feel like it'd be a lot nicer if you could actually trade with them with a reasonable amount of emeralds. I don't want to have 2 stacks of emeralds just so I could trade for wool. I feel like that is a big disadvantage. And the last thing that I feel like is super annoying about villagers, and if you have ever tried to make a villager farm or put villagers into some type of grinder or anything like that, like an iron farm, you will have had to manage with this. They are really, really, really difficult to move. Villagers love to wander. You can't punch them around. You can sort of push them around, with your body, but they have a mind of their own and they'll wander all over. There's other creatures that have that same sort of situation, sheep and horses and whatnot, except that all of those creatures have possibilities for you to either lead them with leads or to sort of coax them along with some type of food. So like wheat with cows and sheep, seeds with the chickens. But villagers, you can't do either of those things. I would love the feature to be able to put a lead on a villager and take them where I want. Or maybe, I love this idea, is to use emeralds, just how cows come to wheat. If I'm holding an emerald, if a villager would like, oh, I want that emerald, and he would follow you, that would be amazing. I would love that. The only other way around all of this I have found is to use a boat. Boats are the easiest way to move villagers around, but boats have some really big disadvantages. The biggest one being that it's really hard to go up blocks. And especially like even here on this pathway right here, it's a pixel, a single pixel. And I bet you this boat will not go up a pixel. It will not be able to go up 1 pixel. So if I'm in this situation, I have to go down a block or use a piston in order to get the boat to rise up to the correct level. And I find that incredibly annoying. So there's the possibility to move villagers using boats. But if you have to go up at all, it is really, really hard. Putting just water on the edge, boats will sink if it's like flowing water. That won't work. Believe me, I know. The only way to get them to raise up a block is to use a piston. Now, you can use minecarts. Minecarts are just like boats, and those do go up a little bit easier. But, I mean, let's be honest. Minecarts are not easy to manage, craft, and have. Although they are basically your only option is to use a boat, put it in the boat, get it close enough, use minecarts to go up enough blocks to get it to a new location and to move on from there. That's really your only option to move these guys around. I would love to be able to lead them, just like with this sheep right here. Take some wheat. Hey, you like some wheat? Follow me. Why can't you do that with emeralds? I want to do that with villagers. Hey, little villager. Hey, I got an emerald. Follow me. There you go. That is my annoying list of annoying things that annoy me about these annoying villagers. There you have it. Did I forget anything? Please let me know in the comments down below. Also, make sure you subscribe for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMG Craft. And I'll see you next time. Bye.